Hey guys, quick break in today's podcast for a word from today's sponsor, Shopify. Sign up for a free trial today at shopify.com/wideopen. That's all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/wideopen to start selling online today. Shopify.com/wideopen. Thanks, Shopify. Back to the podcast. Alrighty, guys, welcome back to a very special edition of the Life Wide Open podcast. And you may be asking, why is it a special edition?
I am.
I'm asking.
I'm asking that as well.
It's just going to be posted the day before my birthday. It's really not that special.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, pretty big day, huh?
No, you were right about it not being that special.
Yeah,
you
I
guys
wouldn't
could do
even
a
say
celebrate.
that.
You could celebrate with me.
We'll go
day
to your
before?
birthday party. I just don't want you hyping up these guys about what, this
Dude, your
special
26th
stuff.
birthday is a big deal.
What day is it on?
I would
Wednesday?
assume a Wednesday.
Not bad.
I'll celebrate with you.
Okay, sweet. Thank
Happy
you.
birthday, Ryan.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. Appreciate that.
Yeah, it was just me that said it.
And CJ said he'd celebrate with me.
Yo, okay. Okay.
Mike's not coming, though.
Did you guys see MrBeast's failed video on TikTok?
No?
So he apparently was going to do one of those, like where you go to a supermarket and then you pay for everybody's stuff while they're there. And so the supermarket leaked it. So the supermarket was full of people and they were all loading their shit up because they knew that MrBeast would pay for all this stuff. And so MrBeast didn't even come because of security issues. But I mean, I'm sure it's probably such a shit show to film if the whole thing was already packed.
Why would they leak that?
I don't know. They
You
totally
think that
blew
MrBeast
it.
would just be like, hey, just maybe don't mention this. Otherwise, like, 10,000 people are probably going to show up.
I'm sure it was one worker, like that's
Yeah.
all it would take is
Yeah.
one worker and then the whole thing.
But
was
they definitely
blasted.
ruined it in the process.
Yeah.
And I don't think other grocery stores and whatnot are going to make that mistake again.
It just I watching the video and watching all the people that maybe some of them looked like they needed help, but they're loading in one dude was pushing around a cart of 50 steaks. So they grabbed the meat market and threw it in his cart. And I don't know, something's always rubbed me the wrong way about that.
They
When
take
you
an
watch-
advantage.
they
You're
take
buying
advantage.
shit you wouldn't even buy.
Steve
you
was-
start buying 4 TVs. I'm like, bro.
Yeah, I think MrBeast talked about that. He's like, yeah, you see a kid checking out, he's buying 4 Xboxes. It's such an odd human trait that when you get something given to you that you want more of it.
It's like when people
Take
have the
advantage of
honor
it.
system of putting candy out on their front doorstep for Halloween, and then kids will come and just dump
Grab
the
the whole
entire
thing.
bucket in there.
Dude.
But to be fair, those are children.
Did you do that, Mike?
No, I just had a little. I didn't.
Dude, that was the best.
No, I didn't. I was very.
I went to one
Hit him
house.
first.
We're on the page. I was respectful of that. Take one, maybe two. But there's a bunch of memes going around. Just a little side note on the whole leave the candy bowl out, and it's it was a bowl of guns. Please, only one gun per kid.
one gun.
A bowl of just a case of beers or anything. Please, only one per kid. So funny.
Speaking of MrBeast, isn't it insane the magnitude of the businesses that he's building? Have you guys seen? So he just opened up MrBeast Burger, the first physical location. Did you guys see the meetup in the mall? Or
It wasn't the whole mall.
Basically
it was just
the whole
a sea
mall.
of people, multiple floors.
Yeah, an insane amount of people. I think they came out and said that they did $100 million on Beast Burger last year.
Burgers?
Yeah.
How do you
That's the
sell
thing.
that many cheeseburgers?
Well, that's the thing about the food industry or the
Buy
drink
it over and over
industry.
again.
Yeah, is they're gonna just continue to buy and
true.
buy and buy.
Can you break down what the Beast Burger is again? I'm not even super familiar, right? Because there was no brick and mortar stores up until this first one.
Yeah, I think
yeah,
there was
they use,
a couple
those
thousand orders just through Grubhub, Uber Eats, and then basically if people wanted and they have a mom and pop restaurant, they could sign up for Beast Burger on that. They would send
Get the ingredients.
They would get the recipes and then they could just deliver it. So they were doing insane amount. And then I think they got to keep most of the revenue. But
Were they allowed to sell those Beast Burgers in person, or it had to be a DoorDash?
I think it has to be through DoorDash.
Yeah, I remember
It's part of the ghost kitchen thing. There used to be all those kitchens that took off. I think it was during COVID stuff. But they would have just kitchens, no restaurants, and they would just be shipping DoorDash.
Right now, I'm sure there's a bunch of regulations about it now, but I remember when it first started, it was pretty loose. I heard stories of people like legit getting the ingredients somehow and just like making them at their house and stuff.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure
How
that
do you do
happened a little
quality
bit.
control
Right.
on that many.
That's true.
It's like if someone can get their
restaurants.
hands on the ingredients, they basically can get their hands on the profits of it.
Yeah, I suppose. But
yeah, that's
Nice
just
line, Mike.
that's
No.
just one of them though. It seems like he has a successful business popping up like at least every year.
he does, but it seems like there's so many different YouTubers creating massive businesses right now. So like Logan Paul and his Prime drink. So we just got like the Prime drinks came to the Cormorant store. So
Of all places, dude.
I was surprised too.
So we like had our first drink of that, which is pretty cool because like you see it on the internet, and then they're all promoting it and shit.
that was the first time I've seen it in Minnesota,
anywhere,
like,
yeah.
up north. That's why I was surprised. I was like,
I think he is in some
out of all
Walmarts
these
and
places,
stuff. But yeah, I don't know how the C
Pretty
store.
the
proactive,
C store
yeah.
comes through with it, and then like trying it for the first time, it's like really good.
Yeah.
It's really good stuff, which is like so cool
well,
to
it
see.
has to be. If it was shit, he'd be in trouble. People would be
That's
like, this
true.
is
People are working
terrible.
on it.
You know, like,
Yeah,
Even if it was just average,
But-
I feel.
yeah.
Okay, so
yeah,
then there's
it's
even
gotta
that.
be good.
Remember when like Travis Scott made a drink? I mean, it
Just-
fizzled
Oh,
out really
the
fast.
Because they didn't care.
It
dude.
was like really bad. I heard like from all angles, everyone's like, "Yeah, it sucks," and then it just immediately dissipated.
yeah,
So
it
it's like-
wasn't working.
It's just funny. Like you think you're sitting down at the taste meeting and you're like,
It's
"This
all
isn't
right.
that good."
Yeah.
But
I'm
Fuck
he
it,
did.
if
run
you can
it.
market it,
Yeah,
But
run
like
it.
guys like that, like how many celebrities have alcohol?
Like
You
all
know,
of them,
they
practically.
have like a whiskey or whatever. How many of them actually go there and sit down and go like, this is good, but how can we make it better and this and that? Or do they just go, hey, listen, Travis, we're going to give you 40% of the profits if you let us put your name on this drink and you endorse it. And they go, great.
yeah, there's a lot of that.
I'd assume most of them.
I think the thing about the artist having like their own brand that they just put their name on is like they're the musicians first, right?
Mhm.
But like YouTubers, most YouTubers are like business people first, and then or it might
Creators,
not start that way.
more so, but
Yeah.
It might not start that way. Yeah, you start as a creator, but then eventually, it all turns into a business. So then if you're starting a business, like you can't just kind of like half-ass that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, either a creator of videos or a creator of art or a creator of business. I feel like that's the direction. Like, I feel like that's how your mind has to operate to do this, because you just constantly have to be worrying about multiple things and like growing and looking at it different ways.
100%.
You know who I look up to a lot as a, I guess, businessman at this point? Jimmy Buffett. Dude, the guy, like Margaritaville,
That's true.
like, you know how many Margaritavilles there are? I mean, I actually have no idea. But I think there's like 50 and there's Margaritaville, like Senior Frog vibes if you guys have ever been to one. But you got like your standalone restaurants, but then he's got Jimmy Buffett Resorts, hotel, and like
Yeah, it is amazing.
full blown.
Yeah, he's
And
building like this thing in Fort Myers Beach where I've gone, and it's like huge. It's like 3 or 4 city blocks. They just like completely
and
tore
to be
down
able to
and
do
then
that
built
in the
thing over
mecca
the
of
road.
any,
beach town.
yeah, it's just insane. And like the fact that that's just Margaritaville. Like think of all the music. Like he's got his own station on XM.
But also my parents were pretty big, what are they called? Parrot Heads.
That's what
He-
I did
Parrot
not
Heads.
know that's a thing.
Yeah, that's like their thing. They used to like travel around and go to all his
What?
concerts and stuff like that. Yeah. But Jimmy Buffett had some hardcore fans.
Definitely. And he was a good musician. Oh no, Margaritaville.
Yeah, Mike, that is actually a great example, and it kind of just debunked my
Well, there's
my thesis on artists
But I
creating
wasn't
brands.
trying to, and also I feel like the transition time between Jimmy Buffett like being like, all right, I think I'm ready to be mostly done being a musician, and then Margaritaville being what it is.
that. And
Well,
there's
also 50 Cent owns Vitamin Water. So that's another artist and another
I didn't
big
know that.
brand.
But did he start
Yeah,
Vitamin
I-
Water?
I don't know. I
I
kind of
think-
shot
I
from
think
the
it
hip
boils-
I kind of shot from the hip on that one, just thinking of Travis Scott.
I think it boils down to if you care and you're
Yeah.
passionate about it. If you care about it, you can make it good.
Yeah. And lastly, there is a difference between them coming to you and be like, can we put your name on it? And you going, I want to start a drink brand. That's where it really
True.
is different, right?
or if you care if it's good or not. If you just go, yes, I'll take the bag.
Yeah.
I think that Happy Dad, which is Nelk's hard seltzer, Prime, and then Beast Burger or Feastables, those are all gonna be huge brands though.
Yeah, like household.
100%. Yeah, they damn near are. Already.
Yeah, they practically are already. It is cool to see because even still much less now, but the term YouTuber can come with a little bit of like negative connotation.
Yeah, I feel like they downplay it a lot. Like when we were watching the Jake Paul fight, they're like, "You're not just a YouTuber anymore." I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, he isn't just a YouTuber, but also like I was just like, I fucking love being a YouTuber. Why would you not want to be a YouTuber? This is the best."
And there's lots of people that have like been wildly successful off it. So I think it's kind of cool to see also people like that definitely have a lot of power, like making a good name for the brand or the job title.
Job title.
Dude, you know what?
What is going on over there?
Dude, Mike's foot just touched my leg, but it was
You got scared. What are you trying to play footsie with him over there, Mike?
I wasn't expecting.
I was waiting for that question. My leg touches Ben's. What are you guys doing? Playing footsie? Yes, we're playing footsie.
To be
What
fair,
else would we be doing?
I have a hair in my mouth, or at least I did. Now I can't find it.
Oh, that's the worst.
What?
So if I've been acting a little weird over here, it's 'cause I literally have been trying to get this hair out of my mouth. Like I'm trying not to dig around with my fingers because that's super obvious, but I can't seem to find it with my tongue.
CJ's got 3 fingers in his mouth.
I think I might have swallowed it at this point. Carry on. Sorry.
Dude, you know where I think like the negative connotation on a YouTuber being a YouTuber that as a profession slightly comes from kids, like a magnitude of kids going, I want to be a YouTuber. Now,
what's wrong with that? It's like
No.
astronauts back in when we were kids.
But
fuck astronauts.
From our point of view, yeah, there is nothing wrong with that. We're stoked to hear it. But from a parent who is not about it, and then they have to hear, let's say they have 3 kids and they all want to be YouTubers, they're like, pick something else, you know?
Be a banker or something.
Or just anything. I mean,
I think it actually comes from like the negative like news.
No, I think
the
and,
things
like,
that
just
people
part
do.
of
there's
it.
like bad things that you know a few people have made big mistakes, which roped in the rest of.
I think
everyone.
No,
Yeah.
it's mostly that. I'm just thinking like of a new kind of a negative connotation is like a lot of parents hearing a lot of kids or teachers. Teachers get it a lot. I don't think they're annoyed or like think it's a bad thing, but if if half the
teaching you
if half the class like says they want to be a YouTuber,
what, you
you're
gonna
like,
drop out? Do it.
do it right now. They're in second grade.
You won't, pussy.
Most YouTubers are dropouts, so do it, dude. Yeah, they're like 8.
This dropout.
You asked me what my dream was. That's like a South Park episode.
Yeah, it is. The teachers are super mean to the kids who say they want to be YouTubers.
It is like a weird stat, like 75% of 12 to 18-year-olds, like something crazy. Mm-hmm. You know, some kids might start saying podcaster though.
Yeah, seriously.
I
new
would never.
wave.
Honestly, I would have probably put when I was a child. The podcast really didn't exist, so I'll put radio host. I would have put radio host like pretty far down on the list for sure.
Dude, me and Ryan went on the radio show the other day with our boy Jay Thomas. What does he host?
The Jay Thomas show.
That's his radio show, and then he also has.
And he has rides, which I watched on Sunday morning. Super hungover.
Yeah,
nice.
but what is his like genre?
That's a good question.
Right-sided men, probably middle-aged men.
Yeah.
Who like classic cars as well.
I tell you what, this guy was born for it though.
Oh,
just like sitting down and kind of just watching like the behind the scenes of how radio goes. It was basically just like me and you sitting here talking, having a conversation, but if you're not here, but I'm still having this conversation, like
when
he's just talking
DJing
by himself.
to
Yeah.
himself. But it was like he would answer his own questions. Like he would set it up like he was playing volleyball and then just spike it down.
Yeah.
And I was like just watching and like just amazed because obviously, you know, we've been doing podcasts for a while and it's not easy. And it's not easy to have a conversation with 4 people. So for one person to just sit there and be entertaining, it was really impressive. And
that's usually all live, right?
Yeah,
yeah, and it's live.
That's
which
a
makes
whole other
way
beast.
way more stress. But it was hard because on this, you know, we always try to go back and forth and like keep an engaging conversation. But I was like, hey, this is his show and he's kind of just talking to himself. So I'm just going to let him do his thing. And you're like, where do I jump in? Do I jump in? It was different, but a true talent.
I agree, especially like sports commentators, to be able to call what's going on, know the names of everyone, no matter what sport it is, know the moves, know what calls the refs are making or what disqualifications are happening, like all off the cuff, all trying to be funny too.
Yeah. Man, there is so many just like interesting jobs too, especially, okay, what about Bruce Buffer being like the voice?
That guy's killing
Dude, he's
it, dude.
still
He
doing
makes,
it,
like,
too.
Oh, yeah.
a ton of money.
But
he?
how much of a legend do you have to be to just everyone wants you to introduce them for their
He's
What's he
locked
charge?
in.
What's
He's
he
locked
charge?
in.
I wonder. See if you can look it up.
Just saw the like the intro to this huge like EDM like Excisions thing, like huge festival, and he used him.
No
He's not
way.
in person, but he had this like edited
cameo?
massive screen. That
He
was
makes
him.
$50,000 per UFC fight and $100,000 for special UFC events.
Wow.
And obviously he's doing
$50,000 a week or
whatever, yeah. Like obviously he's
Jesus.
doing more behind the scenes other than his 6 minutes of introducing the two people, but that's a pretty good bag for being a legend.
beast.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch the Andrew Schultz comedy special?
Yeah, he had
he's
him.
the intro for that.
Really?
Yeah, so it's like a comedy special, but you got Bruce Buffer introing
That's
you.
what I love.
He
Just
really
like-
not on the
makes
stage.
it lit,
That's
though.
pretty
He makes
legendary.
it lit. It got me pumped up when they were starting it, and he just came out, and now it's time.
It's
And the lights go-
exactly. Whatever it is, whatever he's announcing before, you're just like, obviously this is gonna be amazing. Like, I mean, usually
Or
if
it
he's
just gets you in the mood for it to be
Right.
good.
Yeah, you got to follow it up though. If you're being introduced by Bruce Buffer, like you better have
not
some
drop the
pretty
ball.
funny jokes
That's true.
for a comedy special.
Did you guys see all this stuff? Apparently, I haven't looked into it that much. So hopefully you have. That the Jake Paul fight was rigged.
Oh my god, they always.
I mean, they
Somebody
all-
always is saying something. I think that's a classic case of bad news traveling faster than good news. But like, why is it rigged now?
Oh,
They've said that for every single one he's ever done.
And they always
it's definitely
pick out
not rigged.
Some little thing like they make a move like this and then they go like that and they're like, see, that was them like agreeing on what was going to happen. It's such BS.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't agree that it was completely rigged, but I was wondering if the judges were like, all right, Jake Paul is like boxing's gravy train and he needs to win. So maybe just keep that in the back of your mind when you're like,
Scoring
when
him.
you're
I
scoring.
think that it
these
was
things.
pretty
'Cause-
obvious that he won, though.
Yeah, but it wasn't that obvious.
but if there was
I didn't
anything
think
to
it was
be-
that, I didn't think it was like, man, he dominated the fight. Besides for like not the knockdown at the end, but even
That
before
sealed the
that,
deal.
Yeah,
even
yeah.
before that, he was like in the lead, and it didn't really seem like he was like dominating the fight.
Well, they
Yeah.
count like punches and like significant lands and also punches thrown and like blocks and like they have this whole thing.
Scoring.
Oh yeah, no, I know that, but still, I don't know. It didn't
Which is
seem like a
what-
complete
If it-
like blowout.
if it
before
were to
No, it
be-
definitely wasn't.
so I could,
a blowout.
I'm sure people also probably felt that way, and then they saw that he kind of like he beat him by quite a bit, like points wise, and they were probably like, it's rigged.
I think actually like I saw that it might have been the president of the World Boxing Committee tweeted at Jake Paul and just said like great fight, like
Oh.
like he really like commended him for the fight. So I mean that guy tweets you, he must not have thought it was rigged or that he
Yeah.
didn't win.
Or he's in.
or
on
it's
it.
all part. Yeah,
Jesus,
dude. Did you guys
it's
see?
all rigged.
This is like,
WWE at this point.
side note, but our buddy Richtergram, who built our track, he got like an invite from Jake, which was
Yeah,
pretty
he's-
legit, and he got a suite with a
Yeah.
couple buddies
And he was down in the locker room
with
with
everybody.
everyone, and he was wearing a CboysTV Life Wide Open shirt. It was lit.
yeah, we
And
were
it was on Logan's story.
we were loving it.
Yeah, I thought that was sweet.
That's pretty cool.
But it's also super funny to like it pans past Jake and Logan and then Rich.
Rich is chilling.
standing there like
Yeah.
this.
That's the best thing about him, and that anyone could take anything from him is like he literally like the least clout chaser, just the most chill, and he finds himself in those situations. And then
Just
we're like,
chilling.
how do you do it? He's just like, I don't know, man, just chill. I
he
mean,
is.
basically,
good guy.
right?
He just is a good guy.
Next
No.
Jake Paul fight, Mike's in the locker room with him somehow, just by himself.
Mike, dude, how'd you get there? I don't know.
chill,
Just
man.
chill. Hey guys, quick break in the podcast for a word from today's sponsor, True Classic. Gentlemen, you wouldn't walk out of the house wearing a trash bag, would you? Every time you wear one of those shirts you found in the dusty aisles of whatever department store had the best clearance sale, that's exactly what you're doing. Most men including myself, have never learned how to shop for clothes that actually make them look good. Luckily, True Classic is here to help. We want to level up your t-shirt game and save you with our exclusive deal for our listeners. For a limited time, get 25% off with the code CBOYS at trueclassic.com. First impressions are crucial, and the shirt you're wearing is one of the first things someone notices about you. Don't cut yourself short with the wrong tee. The True Classic team designed t-shirts to make all the fellas out there feel confident in their clothing. Whether you have a six-pack or you like six packs of beer like me, with True Classic shirts, you can feel comfortable and confident. I love wearing my True Classic t-shirts. They're super soft and comfortable, and they hide my beer belly, but yet they fit snug around my shoulders and arms to accentuate my monthly visit to the gym. These tees taper off towards the bottom, but they fit tighter around the chest and shoulders, and they give you the wide shoulder and tapered bottom look that we're all looking for, and the quality of these things is elite. But True Classic doesn't stop at shirts. They offer other menswear as well, ranging from polos to workout shirts to even boxer briefs designed to keep your boys feeling nice and comfortable. They make it super easy to build out your wardrobe with premium True Classic quality. And if you purchase a 6-pack or even a 3-pack, the price per shirt is far more reasonable than any of those marked up premium brands you see floating around. And for the big fellas out there, they have up to triple XL sizing and long options for the tall guys. True Classic also has a 100% risk-free guarantee with a 30-day return policy. It's no wonder these shirts are quickly becoming men's go-to. Get 25% off at trueclassic.com with code CBOYS. That's 25% off with code CBOYS, plus free shipping is included on purchases over $100. Stay classy with True Classic. Thanks, True Classic. Back to the podcast. Hey guys, quick break in today's podcast for a word from today's sponsor, Shopify. That right there is the sound of another sale on Shopify, the all-in-one commerce platform to start, run, and grow your business. Shopify makes it simple to sell to anyone from anywhere, whether you're selling high-end custom CNC parts or starting up your own clothing brand. Start selling with Shopify and join the platform simplifying commerce for millions of businesses worldwide. Over 6 years ago, when we started CboysTV as a weekend side project, selling to people around the world sounded crazy. But Shopify made building a website and a seamless shopping experience easy. They took care of all the hard stuff so we could ship orders fast and focus on making better videos. With Shopify, you can easily customize your online store to your brand, discover new customers, and build relationships that will keep them coming back. Shopify covers all the sales channels to successfully grow your business, from an in-person point-of-sale system to an all-in-one e-commerce platform. Plus, Shopify makes it super easy to advertise on all platforms like TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. And thanks to 24/7 support and free on-demand business courses, Shopify is here to help you succeed every step of the way. It's how every minute new sellers around the world make their first sale with Shopify, and you can too. So sign up for a free trial today at shopify.com/wideopen. That's all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/wideopen to start selling online today. Shopify.com/wideopen. Thanks, Shopify. Back to the podcast.
This might be a better question for Ken, but he's not on the podcast. Did you guys see that the whole Tesla battery scandal thing going on? Well, not really a scandal, but ordeal going on in Florida.
No,
What?
just in Florida.
So basically, okay, so saltwater, flooded these Teslas, and then the water went away, and these Teslas were covered in salt water, and the salt water obviously started corroding the battery, and these Teslas are starting on fire from the corrosion because the battery's corroding. And
So I take it people are trying to drive them after they've been flooded?
I'm not necessarily sure, but they'll just be sitting there, and they start on fire, and because it's a battery fire, they keep burning, and like the fire department has to put like 1,500 gallons of water to put out a Tesla because they have to just keep soaking it. But it's a
battery, so it keeps sparking.
Listen, I'm probably not the best person to explain this, but this is just what I saw, and is that it just keeps burning.
That's funny.
And now like they have all these damaged cars in these like lots, and they have like all the normal cars together, and then the Teslas have to be 50 feet or something like that apart from each car.
Oh,
because they don't want it to spread
and start the whole lot on fire.
Yeah.
So how many has that happened to?
Enough for it to be a pretty big news topic.
Or is this like the U.S. Bank Bird Stadium killing machine?
No, it's a real thing. It's happening. Yeah. Something
when
you
you're
never
driving
thought
here
about. Elon apparently didn't think about it either.
When you're driving in the winter,
but it's happening
and
to
there's
all
water.
the EV vehicles. Sorry.
Okay. Well, I guess that makes sense.
It's
was
not
the
just
salt.
Tesla. It seems to be all the EVs.
But what about in the winter here when you're driving on like a wet road and then there's salt on the road from the thing? Wouldn't
think
that just be like an extremely
the
fast
whole
case?
car was probably
Pretty
flooded.
submerged.
Yeah, pretty submerged. So that's how it would happen. It would take a lot.
Shit, Ken, yours was under that lake for a bit.
Oh yeah.
When we backed a boat in.
Yeah, Ken.
Yeah, that you said it wasn't, but it was.
It wasn't. You
want me to show you where it was?
Yeah. Okay.
Ken is still mad about
I
this.
cannot believe
Ken
that, to be
thinks
honest.
that Ryan told him.
What are you talking about?
Hop in here, Ken.
What are you talking about?
How?
Doesn't matter.
No.
Well, it seems like it does. If you're still that heated about it.
What do you? Hold up. What?
So long story short, we filmed the YouTube video where Ken tows my wakeboard boat with his Tesla. Ryan told him to keep backing in, and Ken claims that Ryan escorted him deeper into the water than he was supposed to go. And he claims that he backed in his car so deep that's why his car ended up on the tow truck.
I'm not saying that's why I was in the tow truck. What I'm saying is, the bottom of the bumper is here, and then there's an angle. There's like a 45-degree angle to the back wheel, and there was water pouring out of that panel when I pulled the car out.
Which it does the same thing when you wash it and then back it out of the driveway.
But you were saying it wasn't in the water.
It wasn't in the water. Okay, your tires were in the water. That's not in the water.
So if the tires were in the water, that panel was in the water.
So is it more important than just a plastic panel?
Well, I don't know what's under there.
Well, what's under there?
I don't know.
The battery isn't under there.
The motor and everything's under there.
There is no motor. It's a battery.
What do you think moves the car?
Battery.
No, it's a motor.
Hopes
It's an
and
electric
dreams.
motor, and it's a gasoline engine.
V8 owners tears.
I'm just saying. When I'm physically watching water come out of a panel because it was in the lake,
Go
and
run a
you're-
garden
and you're-
hose over your car.
Let me finish talking. And you're saying that no, it wasn't in the water. I'm just like, don't fucking lie to me. It's like it's not. What game do you have to get out of this?
Got a point, Ryan. You get off online to Ken?
It wasn't in the water. I agree.
I'm just confused at the situation. I don't think it was in the water. I don't even think your back tires were hardly touching the water. If they were.
If there was water coming out of this panel, where would this water have come from?
I don't know, dude.
Maybe
It could have
the
been
tires
space.
scooped it into it.
When we go outside, I will show you what I'm talking about. Because
No, I know exactly where it is, and I know exactly. I watched the water come out too. So obviously it was physically, yes, technically in the water, but it was not in the water any farther than it could have been.
You know, like when your iPhone gets water damage and then you take the screen off and then there's like a little red dot on it? Is that
Your
what
car have
happened?
that?
I don't know. I'm just saying it's
Ken brings it in for the next maintenance. And they're
When
like,
I- when I-
Water damage.
We can't service this.
Dude, that was the worst. When you were a kid and your iPod got wet and you were like, oh, I'll get a new one, or your phone, the battery, and then you knew your SOL.
All right, so to change the subject, get something off so hot. Ken, you know what pisses me off?
Oh boy.
And I want to know what you have to say, is when people come up and they don't know the story of how you broke your neck, or like that you have a broken neck and maybe it's the first time that they've seen you, and they make some kind of backhanded like comment about, oh, that's what happens when you're a C-boy, huh? Or like, so have all of you guys broken your neck? And then like laugh and then like,
that's where the conversation ends for me. And I'm
Yeah,
like, all right, see you later.
dude,
Yeah.
how often does that happen
Same.
to you?
I walk away.
Not very often, actually.
Oh, really? Okay, it must
It's
just
happened
be
a
when I'm
couple
with
times.
you. Because it's
Yeah.
probably happened with me and you like 7 different times.
Ken and I were out to eat. This teacher kept coming up to us and he goes, "Hey, you got to get a normal job. You guys got to get some normal jobs." And like, again, he was trying to be funny. And then we're just like, what?
Just be like, that wasn't a funny joke.
That guy, we run into that guy all the time, though. And I'm like, I can stand about 5 minutes of him before I'm like, fuck you. How do I get away from you but without being like a total asshole?
Once again, this is one of those things that we talk about on the podcast, and we are real people that live around other real people that might hear that.
Right? No, probably
Probably
definitely
will.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll learn.
Just bleep
Just
out
stop
his,
talking to Ken.
just bleep out his job description and I'm good.
Dude, yeah, it's not even me and I get annoyed. You honestly handle it pretty good and you're
You
just
do.
like,
Normally I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go sit down over here. Yeah,
just avoid them.
my neck, I gotta go.
Like, oh, I'm going to go get a normal job over there.
Also, Mike, why is this chair so fucked up?
Mike, now you're messing up the chairs. You put it in the water. All right, you can hop back in, Mike, unless you'd like to stay, Ken.
I can sit here for a little bit. if you
like
want.
There we
Kevin
go.
can,
You haven't been on in a minute.
Ken, do you hear about the Tesla batteries exploding?
I did.
Okay,
Really?
so it is a thing. Yeah, I told you guys.
Yeah, it's
They're
like
starting on fire.
It's like you throw any battery, you damage any battery, it's gonna freaking start a fire and explode.
It does kind of make sense. And I mean, I can't imagine being submerged in salt water is really good for anything.
It's like
Especially
every
those
other car
e-bikes.
is toast there. So
Especially those e-bikes.
Well, the one e-bike that I had that I ran through the ocean and then returned back to the rental place.
Oh yeah, yeah. They weren't too happy about that.
No.
why does this thing have corrosion on it? We just bought these things before you took them away.
I rinsed it off in the community shower after I did it.
Yeah, you'd think that would do it.
Yeah, man, weird. The did you guys see the McLaren P1 that was in the water in the flood water of the hurricane?
The dude literally just bought it, like literally that week.
Really? Do you think he just like left that there? Like, why didn't he think?
No, it was in the garage.
I know
It was in his garage, and somehow it floated outside.
out of the because it like literally got so much water, everything floats out or like pushes through the house. But still, like when a hailstorm is coming, we go, better get the cars inside. Like, wouldn't you assume at this giant storm coming at you, you're like, I better get my $1 million car out of a flood zone?
But they thought the storm, like the worst part of the storm, was going to go further north, and then it kind of veered south. So then it's like last second, okay, I've got all these cars. The storm is going to hit me direct on. I'm going to worry about myself before I worry about my stuff, because the stuff is probably insured at that point.
He
So
still
what?
sat there and videotaped it.
Which,
but-
honestly, he got great content. It was hilarious.
Yeah, he did that, and so that brings up: do you think he did it on purpose? He was just like, screw it.
Dude, I think if you have $1 million car, even if you get insurance for that, that's probably not going to be too good on your insurance. After
No,
that.
I can't imagine the claim is very good.
I can't imagine many people want to make a claim on $1 million car, $2 million car.
That's like the one car I'd be like, okay, he probably custom ordered this. He probably waited a couple years.
Yeah, to get it.
There's either that's just total insurance fraud or it's just bad luck.
His insurance is going to be through the roof, just like Evan.
Just like
Like Evan and Mike's.
So I was thinking this week, what are the cars you guys think you'll buy next?
I thought you were going somewhere with that again.
That was a good.
That
good.
was great. That was great. Dude, I have literally no idea. And I just sold my Subaru, and now I don't have a daily. I don't even have a vehicle to drive this winter. I think actually we covered it in the last one. I get the Ranger because Ryan got his bag from Coors.
I think old trucks like 80s, 90s diesel trucks are finally coming down in price because they went through this really weird, like kind of when the car market spiked, for some reason, 80s and 90s trucks appreciated like they were made of gold. And I'm sure all the people out there that like kind of keep up on those or like maybe own one and got lucky enough to sell it for 4 times what it was worth, they're finally starting to come back down. But I think it'd be so sick to have just like a clean OBS truck.
I could see that, Ryan.
Yeah, just whipping around an old truck.
Yeah,
It'd be kind of fun.
I could see in that.
Just a good, loud diesel, roll coal over all the electric car drivers in the neighborhood.
So I've been watching Entourage,
Oh?
and like a
Great show.
67, what is it? Continental convertible.
Like the one Lincoln got shot in.
I could totally see you driving
I was
that
like,
gang.
that is the most badass car, but people are like,
It's just a boat.
it's so cool, but it's like the most complicated car they said like Detroit ever manufactured.
What?
From
Really?
the 1960s, and I was like, ooh, that sounds like a headache.
Wait, why is it complicated? It does have suicide doors, which is
Because
sweet.
it's got suicide doors and it's convertible, and it's like the early version of like electronics, and it's just,
Interesting.
it looks like a nightmare, and they're like $90,000 now. So I was like, fuck. It's not
Jeez.
worth it for a 60s car.
That is actually crazy. You probably have to go look for something that's not like the most famous car from that era.
But they look so cool.
They do look
You
cool.
want to know the problem
That'd
with
be
buying
badass.
more cars? We don't have anywhere to put them.
It's a weird problem to have.
Nowhere.
Just in the driveway, stacked up, and then when we do go to use them, they're filthy, and then we wash them off. We find out that they sat outside baking in the sun and lost an entire hue color.
Oh, dude, the
Shambo,
Shambo.
bro.
Yeah, we just got
It's
done
so
filming
sad.
the car tour video today, which you guys already saw. It already came out, but
It went from like a lime green to like a very, very faint green.
we hadn't driven the fake Lamborghini in over a year. I don't know why. We
don't
just
know
didn't
how
come
that one
around to
just-
it. Basically, we just had other things we were doing and filming, and just
Mhm.
time moves quick around here. And next thing you know, it was a full year, and I was like, All right.
I think the only thing we did with that car this year was move it around to get it out of the way. That was it.
Dude, that thing is a special kind of piece of shit.
It is driving it today. It's
Maybe
shot
it's time
rust.
for us to let it go.
Really?
I don't know. If anyone wants to buy it, I honestly don't. I just don't know if we might be done with it. Like,
I mean, yeah.
what
I mean,
else do we have we could do with it?
I look around our shop at all the things that we're done with, and we still are holding on to them.
Yeah, that's true. We are kind of hoarders in that way.
But you never know when you might need something.
Right.
That's true. And it's like not really worth that much money, but it did increase in value like every other exotic. Granted, it's not an exotic, but certain people think that it's worth something because that same car, I think we paid 22 grand for it. I saw on Facebook Marketplace going for like 45.
No way.
Yeah, I think they're like
Ours
worth
ain't
something.
going for 45.
No,
I'm sorry.
definitely could not.
I'm sorry, but if somebody's paying 45 grand for that, they're dumb.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but that is a bad idea.
Okay, Ken, don't talk them out of it. We might sell this thing one day.
Ken, you should daily drive ours. Get it back into shape. Just it needs to get its legs stretched, you know? Stretch the legs.
Dude, I tried
Ken
to rev
wouldn't
it up.
fit in that thing.
I don't.
actually
I can't drive it because my legs are too long. I can't like work the clutch and like get it in between the
your
steering
knees
wheel and the
are up.
pedals.
Dude, I revved it up today and it shot rusty water all over CJ's car. Which I'm really sorry about.
Yeah, it was an accident.
I looked back and so I did it and I was like, fuck.
I was watching you do it, but it was too late.
And then I was like, should I just go wash it before he notices or do I tell him? And then
it really wasn't that bad. I just
No,
wiped
it
it
was
off,
fine,
took some
but-
instant detailer.
So we're flying out to SEMA tomorrow. You guys excited to see anything?
Vegas. I'm excited.
Just Vegas.
I'm excited to see Vegas.
I'm excited to see all the cars at SEMA.
Yeah, initially I was more excited to go to Vegas and do some gambling and stuff like that. And then I kind of started seeing the pictures now that it's going on. And now I'm pretty stoked to see mainly just
I
the
love
super
looking at
whack.
the cars, dude.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
so fun. So fun. You just see such crazy stuff. It's honestly inspiring because it makes me want to like do more car stuff. I feel like I've slightly kind of fallen out of it. And when I see that, or when we do like our car tour video and I was like driving the Evo around, I was like, I fucking love cars.
I felt embarrassed being after you guys and not having anything done to mine. I was like, damn, dude, I'm really slacking.
I was really hoping my wheels would come, but next week, too late.
How much money are you guys gonna bring to like gamble? Like, what's your limit here?
Hey guys, quick break in the podcast for a word from today's sponsor, BlueChew. Do yourself a favor and listen up, fellas, because boy, do we have a deal for you. Getting into the bedroom is stressful enough, but once you're there, take a bad performance review out of the equation with BlueChew. BlueChew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in chewable form and at a fraction of the cost. And now they also have mint-flavored chewables so you can stay hard and fresh. Blue Chew's tablets help men achieve harder and stronger erections to combat all forms of ED. But the thing that I love most about Blue Chew is it's an online prescription service, so no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. And it ships right to your door in a discreet package. Quit putting it off, thinking to yourself you don't have time or you're too embarrassed. You'll thank yourself when the time comes. The process is simple. Sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your first prescription within days. BlueChew's licensed medical providers work with you to find the right ingredient and strength for your prescription, and if you don't like swallowing pills, that's no problem. Blue Chew's tablets are chewable, made right here in the USA, and they prepare and ship direct, so it's cheaper than a pharmacy. So, if you could benefit from extra confidence when it's time to perform, visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And don't forget the special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew free when you use our promo code WIDEOPEN at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's BlueChew.com, promo code WIDEOPEN, all one word, to receive your first month free. Thanks, Blue Chew. Back.
Like
$5,000.
1,000, 2,000, 5,000?
I think I don't want to lose 5,000.
Well, no shit. No one wants to lose a dollar.
Anything.
But
I feel like the amount of money you bring, you obviously have to be okay with completely losing.
yep, that's what they said.
Mm-hmm. Last time I brought $300, so I am
Ryan,
planning
you
to-
also didn't even gamble last time.
$300.
I did. I
doing
won
anything in Vegas.
I won $700 right away, and then I lost it all.
So
I
Ryan,
got drunk.
you've kind of grown gambling though. Like
I'm a grown gambler.
So what are you gonna? So what you're bringing 5K, Ken?
I
5K, Ken?
I think I'll bring less, but
I think
Well,
you do 10.
we talked about this a couple weeks.
Bring 10, put 5 down on red when we get
Jesus,
there.
10?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, can do it. But the 5 is for the first.
I-
And then either we'll have a great time.
Oh, I thought we'd all agreed that like we were gonna walk into Vegas. All of us were gonna put 1,000 on red right away. Don't even put our bags away.
I'm down. I'm actually down. I want to do that.
Are we doing it that fast? Like legitimately, we walk in and do it,
Before we
or
can
are we
back-
just getting
before we-
all fired up and then do it?
If we can film it, I'm down.
Sneaky film.
Or would it be better if we just all individually did 1,000 rather than all of us doing it all at once? What if like
everyone individually
someone
has to do
stepped up?
1,000.
What would the odds be? Rather than either all of us win or all of us lose, or just be
It's way more.
few of us win, few of us lose.
I feel like it's way more fun though if all of us
Yeah,
like,
you're right.
win
It's
or
all
lose.
in this together.
There's so much more suspense on the
We
line.
got to
That's
be in
true.
it together. I agree.
Do you guys want to? I'm down.
I think it'd be fun. It'd be great. If we can film it, it'd be great.
Man, that'd really suck. To
If we can film it, I'm down.
I feel like it's one of those things that it would be like either we're going up or we're all
Bro,
really
start
gonna-
again,
bit
it's
sad.
gonna be so electric.
Really gonna set the tone.
Oh man, I'm nervous already.
I think we should. I think that'd be a great way to start.
Dude, you got gambling advice from that guy at the bar. What'd he say?
Okay. Yeah. So get this, guys. So we're Halloween last weekend, and we went out to the bar, costume party, having a good time. Ran into some my old timer buddies, right? Made some friends, and I'm talking to him, and I was like, "Yeah, we're going to Vegas this week." And this guy pulls out his wallet. He gives me $100. Chris Pondo.
What?
Yeah, gives me $100 and goes,
I didn't know he gave you $100 too.
and he goes, "All right, listen." And then he grabs a napkin and a pen and he starts writing down this bet in craps. That's the game. And he's like, "All right, here's this. Put the money here. First $100 is on me, and if you win, you're gonna win like $2,500."
Whoa.
What? And then I was like, "Dude, no way!" And he was like, "Yeah, and if you lose, it's my $100. So have at it." And I was like, "Hell yeah! What's your phone number? I'm gonna FaceTime you in, and it's gonna be electric."
Wow.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes.
Is this Sammy?
No. If we want to do the same thing with that, no, I think we got to do roulette. Just put $1,000. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, and then we know whether we won or lost. Are we doing it on red?
I think red.
I mean, red's our company.
Red
color.
is our color.
Yeah.
Red's
Okay,
our color.
all
All
right.
You're right. Now I'm all stoked on it. Before it was all like luck and stuff like that. But look how much red we have. Red. Our shipping containers.
There's red in the mug, red in the Corvette.
Evan's
We got the Red Ranger, the Red Raptor.
There
all
we
right.
go.
We're doing it.
We're doing it.
Oh, the update is either going to be so good or so bad. I might be able to
Stay
sneak
tuned.
that in actually
man.
for later in this us winning or losing.
It's just the next clip. Us either celebrating hard or like
If we
pretty
can't film
bad.
it, I'm not down. If we
Really?
can't film it,
we just sneaky film it.
I think you just pull out an iPhone and
do it.
just do it. Don't even ask questions.
Yeah.
you're right.
So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll be able to sneak it in this podcast, and then people will know watching it either we're really happy or we're really sad. But I guess we have to live to see it. Powers of editing.
Oh man, this is gonna be electric.
Ooh, the suspense got me excited now.
Same. I'm such a degenerate.
It's giving me butterflies in my stomach.
So what do you guys think our worst video idea ever? The worst video idea that we ever had that we filmed and did.
Oh man, we've had some real dumb ones. This is gonna be tough.
Extreme tennis.
Oh,
That was just a bad video.
It was just a
in
bad
general,
video.
but it wasn't a bad idea.
Yeah, it just didn't really go together. It wasn't edited right. Like it was like almost like just doing stuff was kind of the thing, and then it was just like
I have a
we
confession.
tried making it cool. What?
That is, I think, the only CboysTV TV video I've never watched.
You're not missing it.
I don't know. I wasn't there, and I'd never watched it.
It's funny, Ryan, because the one CboysTV video that I have never watched is the video of you and Micah going to Michigan.
Aw. That was pretty good, dude. We want a side-by-side blog, dude.
Never watched it?
That's actually
Really?
surprising.
I never watched it. And then it just like a couple weeks passed, and I went,
It just slips
And you
by.
forget about
I
it.
just, I don't know. It was like right after like the Michael shit.
And you just couldn't do it.
And I was just like, eh.
You don't want to watch it.
And you guys still reference stuff that like you would expect me to know that I just don't know. And I just like have never really admitted that to you guys.
You just
so
go
I
along
just
with it.
go along with it. Like last podcast, when you guys were like,
Oh.
yeah, like when we caught those fish in Michigan.
Well, I was
And
talking to
CJ's
Mike.
like, yeah, that was crazy. And I was like, oh, shit. Yeah, that was crazy.
Have you ever missed a video?
Never.
No.
I watch every video probably
Multiple
3-4
times.
times. Yeah. Actually, when I like your guys' snowmobile ones, I'll maybe watch twice. But all the other ones, like I've already watched the latest vid 3-4 times.
I wish I could do that.
I watch
with
it
the
probably
pod-
2 times a night.
Same.
3.
Same. Yeah, I'll watch it like 4 times.
I watch
after
it with
we
you
post
guys, then I go home and I watch it on my TV, and then I watch it again on my phone because I want to hear how the sound sounds.
Actually, I never rewatched after we got done editing the video of Ken breaking his neck.
That
I
was tough.
still
Same. I
I
don't
still
watch it
haven't
back.
watched that
I don't
video.
I
watch it
haven't
back.
watched that one. I don't think I ever will.
I wouldn't.
Honestly,
shit's- yeah.
Don't blame you. Maybe one day, but oof.
That video actually got age restricted too. I don't know if we
Yeah,
mentioned
we've
that.
told that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
did we?
think we did talk about it.
Which, I mean, kind of makes sense, but also we still don't really know why it got age restricted.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it was just maybe the promotion of danger, which we didn't really promote at all.
It's just that he got hurt. That's what
Yeah.
the problem was.
Man, dumbest idea though. I wouldn't say the dumbest idea, but I'd say the most backlash we've ever had from a video is we had like a bunch of hot sauce and we had all of our girlfriends come over.
dude.
And we told our girlfriends like the last one standing to like finish all these hot sauces gets $500.
Was it even that much money? I thought it was
I think it
less.
was 500.
I think it was 500. And we thought, they would just slowly one by one drop off.
We thought it'd be quick.
We thought it'd be quick. And then next thing we know, these
They were
girls
like hanging.
Poor girls.
are
Put it
eating these
all
hot
on.
wings that should not be edible. Like,
no,
like so
soaked
hot.
on.
And we were like, why don't you guys quit? And they're like, I need the money.
Yeah, I want the $500
the
bucks.
500
They didn't-
bucks.
Yeah, they more so just wanted it for the most part.
And then it got to the point where it was like really hard to watch.
I don't know if we actually got any backlash.
Yeah,
on
no,
that.
people
Did
were
we from the
pissed. Yeah,
comments?
people were like super pissed about that. Like they
Really?
were like more so annoyed that we like had our girlfriends on, I think.
Maybe it was because like we like dangled money in their face. The thought of that, like, oh, do this for money.
I don't
But
even know if it was that.
I think they just
it
didn't
was
like
the
the
people.
video.
They didn't like the girlfriends like being in it.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, I think they were just like, hey, whoa, this is CboysTV. Who are these chicks?
This isn't Sea Girls.
That was pretty dumb.
Yeah, that one.
I don't think that was that bad of an idea. It just didn't work.
Yeah, that's true. There's maybe no bad ideas. There's bad execution.
Some bad ideas for sure, though.
I might.
I think we need to go through and like just unlist or private some of our old videos personally.
Really? So you,
Some of them I think we could maybe.
when you look back,
Like the ones where if you're just like, that thing's cringe and it doesn't even get any views, like might as well just unlist it.
But then
Pretty
again,
much everything within the last 2 years has been really good. Basically, since we moved into the new shop, it has been amazing. Like I would say all those videos are really solid. You can watch any of those and they're all good.
okay, this isn't maybe a bad idea. I can't remember what happens in it. I know we go to X Games, but this is a funny bad title. I know what we were trying to do it, but Jake has a kid, baby daddy. We made him put a sandbag inside of his shirt.
No, that was funny. That was a different time of YouTube,
Imagine
though.
clicking on that shit and being like, what?
No, it was funny because what the deal was we were going to X Games, it was hot as shit, and we were walking there, and in Minneapolis, and there was a sandbag just on the side of the road, and someone said, Jake, if you carry that sandbag for the whole day, I'll give you like $100 or something. I'll pay for your meal. Like it was like
Yeah,
a pretty
it was-
minimal thing.
I think it was pay
And
for his meal.
He just picked it up and started carrying it, and we all started
brought it
cracking
into the
jokes like you have to
restaurant.
act like it's your kid when you go into the restaurant.
How about the one of Ken with the 2 chicks at Heydays, and it's titled "Our
First time. That was like a joke.
I see
about
exactly
shitty
what we're
titles.
doing there too. Is like trying to
Clickbait,
just
but-
clickbait them in.
That was 5 years ago, and it was a much different time on YouTube. And after those videos, so our first time, and then we had every car owner needs this, and then
That's another one.
the
We could
next video, 3.9 million views. Police plus shifter cart through college campus. So you were on the right track. It just was missing on a couple.
yeah,
Remember when we went on that stunt ride? That was gnarly.
that was pretty cool. How many views?
733.
YouTube.
And then not many videos past that was the worst Craigslist trade ever. When we traded a truck for a 450. That was 1.7, and then shipped a car on thin ice, $4 million. Then quad wheelies on ice, 5.4 million.
God, the further back this does get more cringe the further I scroll back here.
The one thing is, though, is like you look back. I mean, shit, 5 years ago, we were 5 years younger. You're 5 years. I'm sure in any job, you can look back at things you did 5 years ago and be like, man, I really wasn't as good at my job 5 years ago as I was now. So we've definitely improved and grown a lot, which is good.
Yeah, the evolution, but fuck, it is hard to watch.
In those moments, did you guys feel like we were doing something cool, or did you feel embarrassed about it?
No, I guess, yeah, I mean, you are correct.
Both of our intros were a little bit relatively cringe, but I feel like the second one, when we like got the Corvettes and like Jake was with the guitar, like, and like the song, and I was just, from the get-go, I've always thought that shit was just like, yeah, just like, I still cringe thinking about that.
It is funny to see some people still.
Yeah, there is people that request
intros.
those. I know, but also at the same time, I feel like if we showed it to the master, like, hey, do you like this? They'd be like, this.
What the hell is that?
Yeah, I don't know. That was just my thought. I've always felt that way on that though. The first one was like cool and short, but also still cringe with like all of us dancing on the boat with like the girls.
Oh,
It was just like a phone clip. Like that part right there ruins it for me. And then pretty much the whole thing of the second one, besides for the shot of Ben wheeling, I thought was pretty, I don't know how to use the word online. But
Man, I can't believe we used that video clip of all.
On the boat,
yeah,
Dude,
dancing.
Mike and I made that. Well, there's two of them. We did it again in the second one, but the very first one Mike and I made together and legitimately made it in probably, I think 30 seconds. Like I was sitting there and Mike was like, here, I'll show you how. And we just put like 4 clips and like,
together.
That was it. And then I was like, how do you put text on it? And you showed me how to drag text above. And I was like, nice. CboysTV.
I wonder if we're going to look back and be like, man, why did we have like an outro? And that's another thing when we used to like end videos and be like, all right, guys, thanks for watching and shit. You know,
and like everyone, if you watch, I remember even at the time, it was just like such a different time though. But like Mike would be like, all right, that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. And then it'd be like, all right, now Ben comes in. Thanks for watching, guys. And be sure to like and hit subscribe. And then I'd be coming in like, hey, guys. Like, it was like everyone had to get their last word. And I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, just one person end it and let's get on with it.
It was tough.
Just drag this shit out. I didn't want to cut anyone off because I was like, I don't want to like cut his screen time.
I remember so many times in the old shop where we spent like an hour just trying to film that. It was like,
yeah, and little.
It's just getting old.
I think same thing. Outros in YouTube at that point were normal,
They were.
and now they aren't. Now I noticed we cut the dog from the last video.
Did we? No, we didn't. It
No,
was
it's
in the last video.
I remember it.
Yeah.
Didn't watch it till the end then.
Yeah.
It's clicked off.
That's okay.
Somebody.
No, it's in the last video. I guarantee it because
I think I'm on the fence of why I think we should just cut the dog. I hate to say it.
That's
For
what- so that's what I was
algorithmic
gonna say.
purposes, I think we need to just cut the dog. And it sucks. It is a bummer, but like as soon as it hits CboysTV.com, it should just go boom, black screen, hit him with the next ad. Because the dog goes and then there's like these 4 seconds roughly of people clicking off and we miss the very last ad. So I'm always wondering like how much money have we lost out on over the years because most people click off before they get served that ad.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
You're also hurting watch time percentage.
Yeah,
are
well,
we
yeah, exactly.
are we gonna look back once we know more in the future and be like, man, that was so dumb that we had a dog bark at the end for like 5 years?
Yeah. I don't know. At the same time, fuck. I guess I really have no idea how much money we're losing, but I would guarantee you most people click off. No
So
one
that's how
watches it. I think we might have to just call it. I think we gotta.
We stopped
let's do it for this video.
doing like the post clip outros or like the blooper clips.
Which is also, I get that too, but it's also a bummer because I love that when you come in and you get that last laugh. It was that last hit of dopamine when you're watching the video and it's rounded out. Everything's done and you feel concluded with the video, right?
Yeah.
This is playing devil's advocate here.
No,
The
I agree
video's
completely.
concluded and you're like, all right, I'm done with the C-Boys now. And then this little bit comes in from the middle and you go, oh, that was so funny. I want more.
Yeah.
There's all that. I get it. It probably the seconds lost goes in the algorithm and we lose out. But
I agree with what you're saying.
I just hate that YouTube has gone to that point where you have to edit so damn tight that you don't.
Yeah,
you
it does.
almost
I agree.
lose-
It does kind of suck. I agree. Like it's getting so fast paced that you have to like cut a lot of the shit that almost makes it like so personalized. But at the same time, I personally have not had a clip where I was like, oh, this is not good in the video and it should be possibly a blooper in a long time, just because of the way we film. And
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
not as much goofing off, like uncontrollably goofing off, where it's like I have this like kind of funny dumb little clip of someone like you know or whatever they'd be saying like and it's funny, but it's like no context to it, and those are what we would use as bloopers a lot of the time. Or you would replay a really funny spot, which we do sometimes still do.
Yep. Yeah. And
But-
we're probably just getting better at we're probably just getting better at filming.
Falls through the fucking seat.
That'd be a drop.
Can you imagine? Okay, so right now we're having security cam.
Probably right out there.
He's in the ceiling, bro.
The shop isn't that quiet.
Breaks his legs.
Okay, can I say what's going on here? All right, so we're having security cameras put in. It's been going on for a while. Right before we start filming this, the guy comes in and he goes, "Oh, you guys are filming a podcast? Okay, well, I might be climbing up in the attic, running some wires."
And then we just heard this loud crash.
Is that cool? We were like, "Yeah, that's cool, bro. As long as you're over there." He falls through the ceiling right into the podcast. I would black out, dude.
Just body slam through the table.
It's like that video where they go like the guy falls through and then the other guy's standing there and goes, "Oh, hey, Carl."
Oh, yeah. That's it.
Hey, Ron.
And then he starts moving. He goes, "Oh, don't move now."
Dude, there's just something about falling that is so funny.
I know.
Dude, it's like last week when Gavin hops on the 3-wheeler trike that we just give him and he hits that culvert.
It's just like, why is that so funny though? Like,
That is the hardest I've ever laughed. I'm sticking
Ever?
to that.
and it was funny
I was
because he
crying.
didn't like get hurt.
Thank goodness.
But also, even if he would have gotten a little bit hurt, it was like such a funny fall and funny coincidence of events that it would have still been funny. It wouldn't have been as funny, but like, holy shit, dude.
Bro, it's like
It's like human nature to laugh at that shit.
You can't make that up. Like, you literally cannot make that
I mean,
up.
they make TV shows of people falling and shit. Ridiculousness.
It was just
You know them. America's Funniest Home Videos.
No, it is something about people suffering or getting hurt.
Okay, I don't know about the suffering. Pen's like,
Maybe that's just personal.
suffering.
No. I mean, like, people, you know.
Suffering.
How do I reword this?
the best part about it is when he kind of like hits the windshield and then just goes limp. It's like he hit it and then he just turned off because he was like, I don't want to do anything and mess it up further. So he just kind of like went limp and then just fell.
And then it falls on top of him.
But like doesn't hit him. It like fell around him. It was like at a cartoon when the house falls over and the window hole is there.
Yeah. Man, that was funny. Yeah, no, I think that might actually be the hardest I've ever laughed.
I'm so sad I missed that.
I'm so glad you guys weren't there because it might not have happened if you guys were there. And just the slight risk of that not happening.
Of something changing in the universe. Does that not
It
happen?
happened so fast. I was like, he made it 5 feet off the highway.
Oh yeah. Did you watch the video?
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Ken
know it's
watched
a
it
good
with
one.
me at home.
Oh, okay, so you had to make sure he saw it.
Yeah, he tuned in halfway through, but he saw it.
Ken, how many videos do you think you haven't watched?
Too many to count.
Be honest.
10? Like 10.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Definitely
That's
the
less
same.
than I
I
thought.
have to admit, I also didn't watch the salmon fishing video.
It wasn't the salmon fishing video. There was much more to it. As it,
Ken and Ben go, Mike and Ryan made this vid. You could just skip it.
Fuck it. We hung out with the side blog guys.
I
went
know,
jumped
and
razors.
I felt like I was missing a connection when
I
I met
know.
them.
That's what I
Same.
mean, dude.
I
They're
really was.
beauties.
Yeah,
They were awesome
They're the
guys.
greatest dudes ever.
But I feel like we're out of the loop.
Yeah,
Already.
it's kinda-
Special me and
Yeah.
Mike.
that ship sailed.
Get out of here,
They
dude.
taught me how to water skit, which I used later in the video.
He did almost kill me that one time, so I feel like we do have a special
Yeah,
bond.
you're-
there.
you
I
guys-
think he almost
keyword-
killed all of us.
Almost.
Not me, though.
No, I'm not holding it against him.
He
That's
drove
one
you
thing
way
I
out
don't
of it.
fuck with. Hopping passenger in a razor. Or
It's
side
just
by
kinda one of those
side.
things.
Yeah, it is kind of one of those things that.
Ken, you
I'm
don't
never
need to
doing
say-
that
yep,
again.
I was gonna say, Ken,
Yeah.
you don't need to say anything. But
Yeah, no kidding.
if I'm gonna die or hurt myself, I want to do it to myself.
Be under your own power.
Like at least
Oh, listen, man.
rather than riding passenger and be like, oh, I
Someone to
wish he
talk
would have
to.
gone a little faster.
I mean, that's
you know,
true.
like I'd rather just be like, I messed up and didn't go fast enough or whatever.
Or went too fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of reasons to really hop passenger in something. And Evan's really kind of stuck by that too. Like he's always said, like, "No, I have literally nothing to gain by riding."
I don't know
with
how
you."
girls ride on the back of crotch rockets with those freaking Gomers that ride them around in Fargo.
Is that going to be you and Alex next year?
On your crotch rocket.
She'll be riding on the back, but I'm not a Gomer.
Well,
Mike and Ev laugh like you're an experienced crotch rocket rider.
yeah, CJ, dude, watching you ride that crotch rocket, I'm not sure if you can make that argument.
What?
Dude?
Am I actually bad at it?
No,
I
you're
thought
not.
I was driving it just fine.
Bad at it, but
Can
you
we
don't
pop-
have a lot of seat time.
Can we pop up some of the roller videos?
Of me on the crotch rocket?
Yeah.
It looks sick. What do you mean? I was flying by you guys at like 115 miles an hour.
Mike and Ever laughing in the back.
Well, what?
I'm waiting for
What's
an
wrong with them?
explanation
Yeah,
now.
I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with them.
Nothing. It just doesn't look. You just never mind.
Are you thinking about the thing I'm thinking about?
I don't know. It depends. What are you guys thinking about? Because
What are you
I'm a bit
thinking
in the
about?
dark here too.
Over by G-Rag and Shauna's house. And the whole bike literally exploded.
Huh?
Never mind.
Oh, when the throttle came out.
No, that's not at all what I was thinking about.
Okay, we're on different pages.
He's talking about when my zipper was down. I was riding. That's really their favorite part. They were pausing it, playing it back.
Really? That's it? I don't know why. Why? Can you explain why?
Nothing.
Okay.
Never mind.
I will
mean-
say, like, I do agree. You feel a lot cooler riding it, and then when you watch it, you're like, I don't look that cool on it.
I feel like it's the helmet.
Well, yeah, our helmet's not the coolest.
The helmet's
that's
kind of
for sure.
lame, but
Yeah, I mean, it's a free helmet that Mike got back in like 2016 with his $1,000 bike he bought off Craigslist. So, I mean, can I at least get an explanation? I think the podcast listeners deserve an explanation of why I don't look cool or why I look like a Gomer on the crotch
Mike,
rocket.
do you want to explain?
And why these guys don't look like Gomers riding it.
I don't know. It just.
Oh, Ben, I'm about to out you, I guess, just because we were a part of this. It's not that big of a thing. It was just really funny when we first got the R6. You're like, I'll do the rollers. And we're like, somebody's got to do it, of course. But I remember, because we didn't know either, when you said, do I look cooler down like this over the gas tank, or do I look cooler sitting up? And I genuinely didn't know.
I didn't either. That's why I was asking you
You were
guys.
going like back and forth between it. And then I was so caught up with like making sure the stabilizer and camera was working good. I was so caught up in that I like kind of forgot to tell you that it it looks cooler when you just go half between way down and up. Like I was like, I failed to like mention that to you. So that, yeah, some of them you were like,
Bro, like
again,
making love to that gas tank, like holding it.
because like when you
Holding
flew,
it
when
like
you
you
did
never wanted to leave.
the flyby, that was like really normal because you actually had to concentrate, and so your riding position was really natural. But then it was when, of course,
Just
when
laying on
we're
it.
going,
It's just funny because
we're going 30 miles an hour,
25 miles per hour, and you're just humped over this thing.
But again, equally as funny when you stood up because it looked like you had like a back brace on. You're like,
Yeah,
bro.
Well, that's the
So
thing
funny.
is I was looking at the footage. I'm like, God,
Yeah.
like again, you fucking feel a lot cooler riding the thing than you look. Cause like I wrote it in the other day and Alex was here and I didn't know she was here and she started taking a Snapchat video or something of me for a story. And I saw she posted and I click on it. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna look cool in front of everyone pulling up on this crotch rock. I'm like, God damn it, why do I look so not cool? As soon as I saw it.
I think it is that I had an experience like that. Like I don't know
to
when
be
I got.
honest though, when have you ever looked at a guy on a crotch rock and been like, God, that guy looks cool?
I think
to
that's
be honest,
one of those things.
I do it like a lot, but if you have a badass, if you have a badass rocket and you're like fully geared up and you have an actually sick helmet with a like a visor that is mirrored, you look badass. It's just, I think you do. But I remember when I had that stripe, like black helmet with the stripes, the one that we use in the video.
Gosh, we need
when
to
I
order
got
a new one.
when I got my like first street bike, nothing fast, not even considered a crotch rocket.
It was
And
hardly a moped.
that is a lie, but Ryan, you
How
want
many
to
CCs was it?
you want me to get another one and put it up against a Ruckus?
Ryan,
Let's do it.
You calling Mike's first bike a moped is so,
I owned a moped.
Is so offensive.
It was. How fast did that thing go? 55?
I put it up to 99.
Okay. That's what I remember.
It was like a full
But yeah,
motorcycle, wasn't
it was a normal motorcycle. It just wasn't a rocket.
What CC?
500.
Oh, it was 500.
But I just remember pulling up to like the local, like the Kroll's Diner.
Can
and,
you
like,
imagine buying a 500cc motorcycle like nowadays?
Well, that's the thing.
But it's
all the
different.
entry.
Our 600cc. Or is that
Yep,
a
different.
six-
Just completely.
It's like an insane thing, but
right. Like I actually couldn't even get the front tire up. Not that I was like
No, I
even
know.
able to. It was like, whoa, and you could maybe get the front tire like.
But I
this
guess you
far
were just
off.
getting into riding, so it makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
It was fun while it lasted.
Little beginner,
but I didn't have anyone to ride with. But anyway, I pull up to like the local diner on the Monday night when everyone goes for shakes, and this chick takes a Snapchat of me, and then said, "Oh yeah, like you gotta let her get on your bike." I thought I was so cool, and then she sent me the Snapchat,
you
and I
did not
still,
look
I was
cool.
like, "Wow, I don't look cool at all, dude."
I think it might be like just a permanent motorcycle thing. Maybe Harleys though. You do look a little. You can look badass on a Harley.
That one's a little bit of a better position. Like,
Yeah.
more like
Yeah,
a
it's-
natural position.
The handlebars for sure.
Ryan, speaking of mopeds,
no.
can you pop up the video of you wheeling your Ruckus through campus?
Oh, yeah. dude.
Attempting.
In front. Oh, man. This is just when you're young and you think you're so cool. Jake had an SSR and I had my Ruckus. And so we were driving around. We're going to the dining center and like a big auditorium class had just gotten out.
Probably like 50 people. More.
Maybe even more,
Yeah.
honestly. And I just was like, I'm going to wheelie. And I stood on the back and on my moped, my Honda
Like
Ruckus.
2 feet on the back.
Yeah.
On the back bar.
And I wheelied for a bit and then looped it out in front of like a lot of people.
And
They
that's-
all were like, oh,
That's
Yeah,
yeah,
but I
like,
saved it. So
that's
it's kind
never
of
not going to be funny.
No.
Like anytime anyone
the
does
sound
that.
of a bike hitting the pavement will make everyone turn around.
Yeah, and a good crowd around
Sliding.
you. Just go,
Well, when it's a moped at 10. When you said that, then I'm starting to picture, like, can you imagine some guy like loops out going like 60 and you're all like, ha ha, that's always
Yeah,
funny.
"Ooh." Yeah.
That's always so funny. I actually,
Ben, you'd laugh.
okay, and to elaborate more on that, dude, I actually, so that's why I'm not the type of person to yell like wheelie it. I remember, and so you guys,
You yell wheelie it and
Whoa.
you got your window down, the guy loops it right there.
I would feel it just wouldn't feel good because like when we were with Buttery always does it, but it's like there's always bikes when we're riding around California. Every guy that comes by, Papa Wheelie. It's a pretty normal, funny thing to say, but what if one dude who really didn't know what he was doing, which Buttery would just love or anyone, but like if someone looped it out trying to wheelie it just because you said Papa Wheelie, I'd feel
Yeah,
so bad.
I think that's exactly what people want that say,
Pop
Papa Wheelie.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like,
yeah, you're right. They'd
Dude.
rather see a loop than a decent wheelie.
that could be a series on this show, like a little bit just called Wheelie It, and it's us just reacting
to people.
Oh
to
my
people
gosh,
just
we need to
looping out
start
their
that.
bikes. Maybe we'll do it in the next pod.
Do we have any idiot of the weeks?
This one could be it.
Oh my,
Sorry.
come on, dude.
He set me up for it.
Ryan's the idiot of the week.
Jumping in the pool. Is that the one where he face plants and it's age restricted everywhere? Because
Oh
he
my
like should have
Oh,
died.
yeah, I only watched that one.
That guy's
You
gotta
like
be
double
fucked
front
up.
flips to the
That guy's gotta be fucked.
Yeah, I only
If he's
could
not
watch that
dead.
once.
If anything on Instagram says like, do you want to see this video? You know, it makes you like verify. I don't watch it.
Oh, this one's different.
That one.
Oh,
That was a bad.
That's not him.
that
That's
was
a
a-
different guy.
no.
You
Yeah.
just cut that in.
That was a bad idea gone bad right there.
A bad idea gone bad.
You know, because
It would've
sometimes
been
they can go
sweet
good. Yeah,
if he did it.
parkour.
bad idea.
Gone bad. Yeah, it's a fun slogan.
That is a fun slogan.
I found it. I posted on Instagram actually. I said, "Miss my ruckus."
Because it got stolen, by the way.
And this is
Oh
some.
my gosh. Why do you look so young, Ryan?
Throws the arm up.
And this.
You did say
Like,
it.
there's a lot of people, and that was just a random person that posted it on like the Snap
Oh
map.
my gosh.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
I think Jake was embarrassed to be fucking with you. He
Yeah.
stopped. He's like, I don't know that guy.
Yeah. Then my ruckus got stolen.
Were you able to wheelie that thing good, or were you just going for it?
That was my favorite part. Is that
Not really. I was not do it in front of a crowd of people good. No, for
What was
sure
going
not.
on? You were just like,
I was all
I'm gonna
hyped
just
up,
go
dude. I
for
was
it?
leaving the dining center. I probably
Fresh
had
off
3
some
Mountain
Mountain
Dews.
Dude, it's funny how what CJ just said, even Jake was embarrassed to be with you. It's really funny how when Jake got that, it was like a thumb star. Same thing as an SSR.
Oh yeah, it was a
when
thumb star
he
cheaper
got
than an
that.
SSR, dude.
Wasn't even-
That's
No.
a knockoff of an
Oh
SSR,
no, I was
isn't
like, I
it?
thought it was like a slightly. Anyway, it's the same thing.
Okay.
I just remember when he could wheelie it, he would 2 foot down,
2 foot down.
wheelie it.
tripod. We call
And,
that the
yep.
tripod.
And I remember being like, damn, dude, you're so good at it. You know, like, oh, I can't wait till I get a pit bike one day and be able to do that. And then when we went to Andrew Carlson's and we rode real 110s, he had it down. Double your tripod, just rolling around. Oh, like, look at it, just circles all day. How does he do it? And then we learned how to wheelie pretty quick. And then I was like, Jake, yeah, just like take your feet off and like put them on the pegs. He was just like, oh, absolutely not.
Jake would wear through his
Yeah,
knees.
yeah. Like I can't believe that I was like, I mean, I did, but I like that I looked up to the fact that he could do that. Like it was a real skill. Sorry, Jake.
It's still
tripod.
harder than
Then riding
Not
on
wheeling.
Yeah, I agree. Gosh, that's funny.
Oh man,
Well,
I really gotta pee.
should we end on that idiot of the week?
Ah, sorry.
It is tough. Yeah.
I'm honestly, if you ever want to rip me for idiot of the week, you can. Ryan just comes up with the whole podcast is
just
diving deep into
Ryan
the
would
idiot
love
of the
that.
week. That'd be pretty good.
Alrighty, fellas, we're gonna wrap up. We're headed off to Vegas this week, so we will be back next Tuesday, and the next Tuesday after that, and the next Tuesday after that, and for the foreseeable Tuesdays. So
Forever.
please subscribe. Yeah, forever. Please subscribe, and thank you guys for watching.